Hi everyone. We're going to find the inverse of a function. We're going to check our answer by composing. We're going to state the domain of f and f inverse and graph f and f inverse. So the first thing we do is we write this as y equals 3x. And we switch the x and the y. So we switch the x and the y, and you're going to x equals 3y. And then we solve for y. So y equals x over 3. Some of you might want to write that as 1/3 x. Alright, now we have to check our answer. So we compose f with f inverse. This is f inverse. And so basically we do 3 and we input our inverse, which is 1/3 x. So that's this one. And that's going to, that equals x. So that checks. Then we check f inverse with f. So I write down f inverse, but I'm going to put 3x for my x over 3, and that's going to equal x. So that checks. All right. The domain and range of both of these are all real numbers, so that's for both. This one's an easy one. And now we'll graph. So basically, I'm going to graph these. Remember, they reflect over the y equals x, so let's go ahead and draw that line. I'm going to draw it as best as I can on here. Okay, so we're going to graph f, which is 3x. So that's here. Go up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So there's your f function, something like that. And then f inverse equals 1/3 x. So that's going to be up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. Or we can go down 1 over 3 this way, and we graphed it. That is f inverse. Okay? Now we can do another one. So we're going to go ahead and do f of x equals negative 4x. The domain's all real numbers. There's no fractions here. We switch the x and the y. Whoops. This is x. Switch the x and the y. And then solve for y. So we get negative 1/4 x equals y. We're going to compose f. This is your f inverse. This is your f. So f composed with f inverse. All you're going to do is write this, your outer function, and input your inverse, which is negative 1/4 x. And that all cancels out, and you get x. Then we go the other way. F inverse composed with f of x. So I'm going to write my outer function, which is negative 1/4 x, and I'm going to input my f of x, which is negative 4x. That equals x. So we did it right, and now we can graph it. First thing I'm going to do is graph y equals x, because that should, the two functions should reflect over over the y equals x line. And so now I'm going to graph y equals 4x, negative 4x. So that means I'm going to go up 4 to the left one, down 4 to the right one. And so just kind of graph that. That's your original function f. And the inverse is negative 1/4 x. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4. They're both negative slopes. And let's see if I can do this. All right, this is F inverse, and they both reflect over the y equals x. That's all. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.